2 years ago, if you would have asked me what bands you would want to get back together that have no chance of actually making it work out, Underoath would have been on the short list. But after they put their differences aside, worked together, and toured throughout last year to the shock of many, we now in 2018 have Erase Me, the band's first full album in almost 8 years. Underoath is a band that since 1999 has had several changes in members, especially in their beginning years, but as time went on, the music became consistently more engaging and reached a bigger audience. It was after Spencer Chamberlain joined the band that Underoath took off, and in my opinion, him and Aaron Gillespie are a pair that are capable of creating magic in music writing. Erase Me is an album that not only proves Underoath is back, but that they are ready to tear down the house. While the band openly talks about being Christian, their music only lightly, if ever, talks about their faith, and Erase Me is no exception. Instead, they cover topics such as fear, betrayal, and inner discovery. It's as if they've been keeping track of their frustrations and thoughts for the years they were away and are now letting it out. Post-hardcore or metalcore or whatever you want to classify Underoath as is somewhat irrelevant at this point because the band back in the day was a staple at rock and verging on the metal side at a few points for years back then. And now, even during their breakup, we realized just how much we were missing. What matters is the quality they created, and these Florida men prove they can still deliver now. After the announcement at the end of 2017 that Underoath was making a new album, I was skeptical if there would be a direction change with the sound, as the men in the band have grown 8 years older and wiser. Times change for many bands, especially when you don't play together. To my pleasant surprise, I found out that Underoath are willing to come out swinging. On My Teeth was somehow just what I was hoping for on my first listen of new Underoath. Chamberlain's delivery sounds like he's cutting loose, and it helps peak the song at the best moments. The percussion section of Underoath has always been a plus, and the performance from Gillespie and Christopher Dudley prove that it's still a feature that sets Underoath apart from other bands. There is a passion in the band's performance, and it truly feels like they spent some good time in production to make sure every band and measure was perfectly timed. In the press release for the album, there was an ending line saying, "It's great to have Underoath back, especially on their terms." After hearing this album, it makes me feel like it was all on their terms as well. No restrictions, just them making the music they want. And one of the best sales pitches I can give for Erase Me is that On My Teeth isn't even the standout track. From the opening of It Has to Start Somewhere, following all the way to Hold Your Breath on the album playthrough, there is plenty to get wrapped up in. Rapture, I Hate It, and especially the previously mentioned album opener and Hold Your Breath are ferocious in the best ways. The tone and speed of almost the entire album flows quickly, and it's hard to ignore just how loud and feverish Erase Me becomes at points. I can't stress enough how much Chamberlain really goes all out on this performance. Some people might call it a comeback, a resurgence, but I see it as sounding like he not only hasn't lost a step, but he's found a way to step it up. Even if I don't love the songs like No Frame and In Motion as much as the others, I still have no argument against them being on the album, and they still fit the feel and talent as the rest of the songs, followed by a great closer in I Get Up. With the great opening and closing tracks, it's also an album that you'll gladly have on repeat to start over the second it's finished. I'm not caught up or even positive on all the conflict and decisions that led to the original breakup of Underoath, but I know that I'm glad they're back. The road is wide open ahead of them, and they can definitely catch the attention of rock fans with something this strong. It's a touch different from what they've done in the past, but Underoath still delivers on expectations. Overall, Erase Me will more than satisfy longtime fans and new listeners. On My Teeth is only the tip of the iceberg, so if you've only heard that song on the air or online and are interested, then you will be blown away by a majority of this album. Underoath is back in a great way, and for new listeners, it has to start somewhere, so it might as well be here.